There's a way to achieve incredible outcomes in a rapidly changing world at an accelerating pace without burning yourself out in the process. What does it look like to actually enable an organization to achieve rapid growth? Speed isn't the problem. In the fabric of human achievement, speed has always been a defining feature. From the locomotive to the automobile industry to the dawn of aviation, humans like speed. It's the drag that actually creates the challenges. Yesterday's best practices in leadership have become today's source of friction. If there's ever been a moment for leaders to think differently about how they're approaching it, it's right now. The type of leader who creates a different experience for their people, shields them from the external forces, and ultimately advocates for them because they see their humanity. I've had the privilege of speaking on stages all over the globe to hundreds of thousands of leaders on how to overcome distraction and conflict to build focused, productive, multi-generational teams. What does it mean to be a great leader at this moment? What exactly drives the likelihood of retention in today's market? What we find is the number one factor is the leader in charge. The risk is, as leaders, we would apply yesterday's best practices to tomorrow's challenges, and it turns out, as the pace accelerates, the rules change. If you just read all that the Wall Street Journal, Economist, New York Times, Seeking Alpha produce every single day, read every email that you get, respond to every client demand, then you could be successful. There's only one problem here, that work starts to feel like this cat drinking water. The challenge of leadership, at its core, is that there are an infinite number of things pulling at your most finite resource. I joined Venus Aerospace after a decade of studying, writing, and speaking on how to build focused, productive teams, because they had a lofty ambition to radically disrupt aviation by introducing a next-generation hypersonic propulsion system, a rocket engine that we can put on a plane. That type of ambition means expensive, means long runways, means complex challenges to overcome. It does require us to think differently about how we develop leaders, how we share information, how we build our strategy, and what we expect of the people who are driving the initiatives that can, in fact, result in incredible, disruptive, desperately needed technology entering into the world at this moment. You are modeling for them what it looks like to operate in a world with infinite things coming at you, and to do it in a way that actually sets you up to be able to do it well. We're over and over again reinforcing a message that says you have no power. Put all your attention in the place that you do nothing to change. So one of the ways that as leaders you can actually support and care for your people is make what they're doing matter. Why do some people, when change occurs, they see different as dangerous and others see change as opportunity? What creates that difference? The culture and posture of the primary team they work on. If you're not careful, you'll believe this lie. You have the ability to know everything and to care about everything that comes in front of you. And the truth is, that's the surest route to not operate at hyperspeed, but instead to be drugged down by the change that happens to you, rather than being the one who drives the change, which is what we like to call progress. That's why it's more important than ever that leaders tell a different story, that we chart a new course that is defined not so much by how much we control, but how much we're curious about, by how we go about operating at speed, by leveraging disruptive technology to build something that the world desperately needs, to operate at the edge of what's possible. 42% of skills are turning over in the same job every 2 to 3 years. Translation, no one at your company is qualified for the same job they're in 3 years from now. Neurogenesis, the growth of our brains, occurs through the connecting and exploring of new ideas. We are fundamentally wired to explore our world. This moment, more than any other, must be marked by leaders who are developing their people in a way that they can navigate turbulence, overcome inertia, eliminate the drag, and chart a new course that moves at hyperspeed.